Hello, good day, everyone. Welcome to the podcast From Zero to Hero. I am your host today. I am Tony Mudd, and I'm thrilled that you all are joining me today. You could be doing anything with your time and attention, but you're here with me on the podcast. This podcast is all about becoming the best version of yourself, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or just life in general. It's all about getting the most out of life and pushing and watching yourself grow and see what you become. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to some of our amazing sponsors. First up is Safe Touch Family Counseling. They are doing incredible work in our communities, helping friends and families heal from trauma and grief within the community. Thank you so much. And then second up, we have Goodies Banana Pudding, which is the best banana pudding and honey glazed donuts that I've ever had. So thank you so much to our special sponsors. If you're looking for some banana pudding or something like that, please check out Goodies. If you're looking for somebody to talk to, please check out Safe Touch Family Counseling. All right, y'all. So today we are tackling a question that many of us have thought. Should you quit your job and start a business? It's an enticing idea, right? You know, a lot of us have thought about it. Escaping that 9-to-5 grind, becoming your own boss, living that freedom lifestyle that everybody talks about. And you think about maybe that you're going to hit it big, you know, or maybe this is your big chance or your big opportunity of achieving financial independence and even living life on your own terms, right? We've all been there. I myself have been there. As somebody who's been on this journey before, I am here to tell you the truth and the simple truth. You should never quit your job to start a business without a sufficient plan. So let's break down and talk about why this is such a risky move and the realities of entrepreneurship, some of the things that we don't think about and that we don't see when it comes to owning a business, and how you can build a smarter path towards your life and your dreams and build a business that you may want even while you're working your job. First things first, let's address the harsh realities of starting a business and the myth of instant success. You know, in the world we live in, you know, whether it's on social media, whether it is motivational speakers, whether it is on news or magazines, the entrepreneurship world loves to showcase success stories. We all love seeing success stories, whether it's in a movie, whether you're hearing about somebody going from rags to riches. People who've left their job and built empires, people who created an empire in their garage and things like that. But I'm here to tell you one thing. With every success story, there are countless of untold stories of failure, burnout, and even regret. There are countless stories of people who failed and did not make it. Hope and passion don't pay the bills. Business is not built on faith alone and just hope. It's built on strategy and overcoming failure over and over and over again. Many people quit their jobs expecting freedom and peace, and instead they find themselves in financial stress, overwhelming responsibility, and feeling like they're losing themselves or losing the fact that they went out for their dream and it did not happen. In fact, you know, most people who quit their job to open a business end up back on the job market within a year, within that same year, often in worse financial shape than when they left, with less confidence, less hope, and they start to begin to dry up and think that this is all the world has to offer. And I'm not telling you not to dream about owning a business, not to dream and not to say that you can't own a business. I am telling you to dream big, but if you dream, do not jump without a parachute. Here's the thing. I believe a lot of people are quitting their jobs to open businesses because they're trying to escape their reality. They're trying to escape their horrible boss, that boss that they don't get along with. They're trying to escape that toxic work environment where they feel like that there are different cliques or people don't speak to them or they're unwelcome. You know, they're trying to escape the low pay of the job. They feel like they should be making more. You know, they're trying to escape the simplicity of getting up early every day and even leaving late. They're trying to escape these things and change their reality. And that may be a reason why some people may try to open up a business, right? You have to ask yourself this. If you are struggling as an employee, if you are struggling with a horrible boss, if you are struggling with a toxic work environment, if you are struggling with low pay, if you are struggling with getting up early, if you are struggling with time management, if you are struggling with handling stress, if you are struggling with dealing with people and managing challenges. What makes you think running a business is going to be even easier? As an entrepreneur, everything depends on you. It lives and dies on you. You are the leader. So if you are considering opening a business, leaving your job to open a business, you have to have discipline. You have to have the ability to discipline yourself to get certain things done, even when you don't feel like it, when you don't want to, right? You have the ability to manage your time, the ability to manage your money, ability to manage other people and their attitudes and their personalities. You have to have the ability to handle setbacks and negative failures over and over again. If you are already struggling in these areas on your current job, and as an employee, the odds are already stacked against you when you're running a business. So one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about when we talk about leaving your job to open a business and all of this instant success that we see on social media, our news, our magazines, one of the things that we never hear about when it comes from motivational speakers and things like that is the struggles behind a business success story. We really never hear about the struggles that our entrepreneur had who became successful, right? We never see that outside of their highlight reel. We always hear about their fortune, their fame, their freedom, but we rarely hear about their hidden struggles, like those sleepless nights when they wanted to give up. We never hear about the relationships that were broken or suffered or even burned along the way. We never hear about the constant pressure of feeling like that what they were doing was never going to be enough. Starting a business is not a glamorous escape. It takes relentless problem solving to own a business, especially to leave your job, your financial dependency on that job, and take a lonely road as an entrepreneur. And for me, when I think about entrepreneurship and owning a business, to me, it's kind of like driving a car blindfolded. You're right. You're not knowing where you're going or where you're headed, what direction really you're going in. And you don't know when you might crash, right? That's what it feels like to start a business without preparation or a plan, especially if you're leaving a job with no plan and no preparation. You're just going to leave because you're in hope or you're in faith that this is going to happen and you really don't have any strategy. And I tell people all the time, business is about strategy. Hope don't pay the bills. If you think that if you just have hope and faith that your business is going to work after you leave your job, you are in for a rude awakening. You are in for a lesson of your lifetime. Some people call it an expensive lesson. It's an expensive lesson what you're doing, right? So let's talk about the risk that a lot of people overlook. When you leave your job, okay, to open a business without fully understanding what you're leaving behind. It's not just a paycheck that you're leaving behind. It's the stability for you and your loved ones, how you take care of yourself. And think about it this way. One of the things that you got to think about if you're considering leaving your job to open a business is your health benefits. What happens if you or your family member gets sick? Are you all ready to take on the expenses without employer provided insurance? The second thing is retirement savings. Are you prepared to give up your 401k, stock options, pension, things that take a long time to build up these type of safety nets and they take decades to rebuild? Are you ready to give those things up? And then the third thing, which should be the biggest one, is life insurance. What if something happens to you? How will your family manage? Who's going to be able to pay those bills without the life insurance that was tied to your job? Right? So you got to think about that, the stability for you and your loved ones. Who's going to share that financial burden when you take on these entrepreneurship risks of trying to open a business and leave your job? Dreams are not built on hope alone. They require strategy, resources, and preparation. Faith and passion are important, but they won't pay the bills. They won't put food on the table. So you need something smarter. You need a smarter way to get the success that you're looking for. Being a successful business owner isn't about just taking reckless risk. It's about taking the smart risk. You don't have to choose between working your job and pursuing your dreams. In fact, you should be doing both of them simultaneously. So let's talk about 2 key ways to build a smarter path to success while you're keeping your job and while you're working on your dream to own your own business. So number 1, you have to maximize your current benefits. You have to maximize the current things that you have available to you at your job. It's surprising how many people want to leave their job without fully utilizing what's already available to them at their job. Before you consider leaving your job, take a step back and evaluate the benefits and the resources that are available to you. Often these benefits can provide the foundation that you need to build your business without putting you at a financial risk or some type of security, without putting you at financial risk or giving up your financial dependency on your job. So the first thing that you got to look at is tuition assistance. Does your company offer tuition reimbursement or professional development funds, right? These are huge. If so, take advantage of it. You can pursue degrees, certifications, or even MBAs in business, marketing, management, all while getting paid to learn. This is a chance to educate yourself on the skills that you will need to be a business person without taking on sufficient student loans or taking on additional money risk. And then not only can you use the skills in your business, but you can use them on your job as well. So why wouldn't you take advantage of this, right? And so the second thing that you can do that your job may offer that you may not even be thinking about is mentor opportunities. Your workplace is likely to be filled with hundreds of professionals who have valuable insights in leadership, management, and even strategy. Start building relationships and asking your managers, even your peers, about their experiences, their challenges, and their successes. Treat every interaction as an opportunity to learn from other people, learn from the people on your job. And guess what? You're getting paid to do it. You're getting paid to talk to people about their experiences, about their challenges, about their successes in business. So why wouldn't you do it, right? Seek free advice from the experts. Many companies have in-house experts like lawyers, accountants, financial advisors who can provide some informal guidance to you. This is a chance for you to learn the legal structures, budgeting, tax strategies for your future business at no cost to you. And guess what? You don't have to hire anybody to do that. These are all people who work within your organization. You have to get to communicating. You have to get to collaborating. You have to build that skill of seeking to be more curious about the people around you and see how they can help you in the future. That's what you have to do. And then the third one, your health benefits. While you're dreaming of your business and in the dreams that you have, make sure that you're investing in your health plans and your future plans. Max out your 401k contributions, especially if your employer is offering matching funds. Use your health insurance benefits for preventative care. These are perks that you might not have access to once you leave your job. You may not get an additional $1,000 a year just to go to the doctor. You may not get those perks once you leave your job and go to your own business. And one of the things that I tell people about entrepreneurship means unemployment. It means that you don't work for nobody. But also, the turning side to that is if you don't work for anybody, that means that you're 100% dependent upon how you're going to pay yourself, how you're going to get health insurance, how you're going to be able to do all these things, right? But the good news is you don't have to do that if you stay on your job and work on your dream simultaneously. Another thing that you really got to think about is company-sponsored training. So while you're at your job and you're thinking of your dream and you're thinking of whatever it is that you're trying to do, attend company workshops, attend company conferences, seminars that talk about what your company has to offer to help better you, to help you get closer towards your dream. Many businesses encourage employees to upskill, meaning AKA get better. This is your chance to get trained in areas like project management, leadership, digital marketing, or product development. If you have a product that you're trying to sell, what will be a better way for your company to invest in you to learn about product development? You get some certifications in it. Now you can actually understand how to develop your own product, which is essential for running your own business. Why wouldn't you do it? You're getting paid to learn. By fully leveraging your current job benefits, you're setting yourself up for success. Your job isn't just your paycheck, it's a stepping stone towards your dreams. So let's talk about how to build your dream of having a business while you're at work. Okay, so now you're at work and you're using all of the tuition assistance, you're maximizing all of your health benefits and things like that. So what should you do now? What you have to do is to start by building a side hustle while you're working your job. You have to have a side hustle. Every employee or every person who is employed by somebody else should have a side hustle. You should have another way to generate a passive income, just so you can build some savings, some investment money, and also so you can have some more money for yourself. A side hustle is a perfect way to experiment on entrepreneurial ideas without jeopardizing your financial security. If you leave your job right now and just go open a business, you don't even know if people number one, want the business or want the product that you're selling. You don't know if you're in the right market. You don't know if the amount of money that you have to sustain yourself is sufficient. Right? So you have to test the market. One of the ways you got to do this, and one of the ways that I like to think about this when you're developing a side hustle, number one, it has to be something that people want. It has to be something that is easy for you to do, which means it's in your strength zone, which means that you can do it without asking somebody else. Okay? So something that people want is something that you can do. And number three is something that allows you to stay flexible. It does not control or monopolize your time or your schedule. So these three things right here, you can create a great side hustle to make some real money and some real passive income for yourself. Think of it as a sandbox, a place where you can experiment, learn, grow without the pressure of having to succeed right away. Because if you leave your job to open up your business, now everything lives and dies with you. You have to pay the bills of the business, and you have to pay the bills at your home, wherever your residence, wherever you're living. So you have double the bills now. So when you keep in your job, you don't have to worry about that right away, because you can still have that financial security to take care of your basic needs. And when you leave your job, remember, you're removing those basic needs. You're putting those basic needs in jeopardy. See, I don't believe in living in my car. I believe in living under a bridge willingly if you don't have to. You'll hear a lot of motivational speakers talking about, I ate out of the garbage, or I lived in the back of my car for a year, or I was homeless, or I did this. And a lot of that was willingly. They willingly put themselves at financial risk to go after something. I don't believe for you to be highly successful that you have to put your finances in jeopardy to go do it. I believe in taking smart risks to help you get closer towards your goal. So when you're creating your side hustle, start small with something that is low risk. Start small with something that is low risk. Choose something that does not require a lot of upfront investment or a lot of upfront money. For example, instead of opening a physical store or a brick and mortar where you're going to have to pay rent, you're going to have to pay lights, water, gas, you're going to have to pay for inspections and all of these crazy things, consider selling your products online, where you just get a website, a URL, and you can drop ship the products yourself. And then the second thing too, when you're creating your side hustle while you're staying at your job, is make sure that your side hustle is solving a real problem. It's something that people want. It's something that people need. Successful businesses are built on solving problems, making sure that they are something that people want. What skills, what talents do you have that others need, or others are interested in, or others like? They may just be interested in. They may not need it, but they may be willing to pay for it because they're just simply interested in it. Maybe you're great at organizing, or you can offer a virtual assistant services, or perhaps you have a knack for teaching people how to do certain things. You can create an online course, or you can create an online tutoring center, right? This is key to finding what people want and what they're willing to pay for. And then number three, when you create your side hustle, make sure that you set boundaries, right? Set boundaries on your side hustle. Running a side hustle while working full-time requires discipline. So set specific hours for when you would do your side hustle, whether it's weekends, evenings, or mornings, and stick to them. This ensures that you don't burn yourself out or let your performance at your main job start to slip. We don't want that to happen at all, because remember, that's your financial security right now. And then the last one is to learn the ropes of the business. A side hustle allows you to develop the skills that you will need as an entrepreneur. A lot of times people leave their jobs and become entrepreneurs or open up businesses without understanding how business functions and flows. You'll learn how to manage your time. You'll learn how to market your business. You'll learn how to have conversations with people and take feedback, and even deal with setbacks. You have to get really at working through problems and solving problems, all while maintaining your safety net, which is your full-time job. And then generate extra income. By doing this will start to help you build some confidence. Starting a business can be intimidating a lot of times, but running a side hustle can help you gain the confidence that you need to take on larger challenges. You will also see what works and what doesn't work, and what you're truly capable of by starting with a side hustle hustle before you go all in and own a business and leave your job and everything. And then also, it gives you your chance to test the market. This side hustle allows you to see if your ideal actually has the potential to work. Do people like your product? Do people like your service? Are they willing to pay for your service? Getting this feedback early on can save you from making costly mistakes. Trust me, it can save you from making some of the worst mistakes of your life down the road. Trust me on that. Okay. Remember that your side hustle isn't about just making money. It's about laying down the groundwork for your future business, for your future dream, all while you're working your job. By starting small and scaling over time, you can build the habits. Remember, habit forming, the skills, the knowledge needed to succeed as an entrepreneur as you work through your time and you work through your process. So my final thoughts: don't quit your day job. Quitting your job to start a business might sound like it's liberating. It might sound like it's free. It might sound like you're going to have a lot of peace and a lot of fun, but without preparation, it can lead to a lot of financial stress. It can lead to a lot of doubt. It can lead to a lot of regret, and it can lead to a lot of sadness. So don't do it. Here's my challenge to you. Before you even consider leaving your job, take control of what you already have on your current job, okay? Maximize your benefits, start your side hustle, and create a strategic plan. Remember, smart risk lead to smart rewards. Success isn't about throwing caution into the wind. It's about building a foundation where you can grow, you can thrive, and you can achieve your dreams. It's okay to dream big, but don't leap without a parachute. Thank you so much for tuning in to my podcast, Zero to Hero. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone who you feel like that needs to hear it or would really enjoy it. Remember, smart planning beats blind ambition every time. Take care, y'all. Y'all stay safe. And as always, peace.